fire hums beneath fading neon lights. One warm guitar begins another untold confession. He spent his youth chasing echoes through crowded rooms, believing cheers could make forgotten spirits bloom. Every handshake felt like proof that he belonged. Every compliment became another borrowed song. But when the lights grew dim and every face was gone, he heard the silence singing louder than the dawn. The mirror showed a man exhausted by disguise, searching for approval in unfamiliar eyes. He packed a suitcase full of dreams that never stayed, and left behind the stage where empty heroes played. The highway stretched beneath a sky of quiet gray, inviting him to lose the man he was yesterday. The wind became the only voice he knew, speaking truth's applause could never do. Every lonely mile erased his doubt, teaching what life was all about. The man who learned to live without applause finally discovered his truest cause. He stopped performing for the world to see, and found the man he longed to be. No crowded room could give what peace supplied. No louder cheer could heal the heart inside. He traded glory for a quieter flame, and never looked the same. Never looked the same. He found a weather tavern on a county road one night, where old musicians played beneath a single light. Nobody asked what victories he'd left behind. They only cared if every note was real and kind. He borrowed one old guitar scarred by passing years. Its strings replied with melodies instead of tears. For every chord he played, another burden fell, as if the blues already knew his story well. The bartender just nodded with a knowing smile, as if he'd watched 1,000 souls heal mile by mile. That lonely room became more honest than success, because no one there was trying to impress. He learned that peace arrives without a sound, when chasing lessons standing on solid ground. The strongest oak grows far from noisy streets, where only rain and quiet patience meet. Love had left, but bitterness stayed behind. Unable to outrun the settled mind, the scars remain like rings inside a tree. Proof of storm survived with dignity. He raised his glass, not to the life he'd lost, but to the wisdom earned at such a cost. The man who learned to live without applause no longer searched for strangers' loud applause. His worth was never measured by acclaim, but by surviving every flame. The longest road became his closest friend. His quiet lessons had no final end. He found redemption where the silence grew, and every sunrise felt completely new. The world kept talking, he kept singing low, because the strongest hearts no longer need the show. One last guitar note hangs beneath the midnight sky. Its echo fades beyond the empty highway. Silence gives the final applause. A chair scrapes across the wooden floor. A long guitar breaks the silence before the singer does. Life never warned me before closing every door. It simply kept on asking what my courage was for. I buried expectations underneath old boots of dust, watching promises collapse like iron left to rust. Friends disappeared when fortune lost my name, leaving only empty echoes where laughter came. I shouted at the sky until my voice grew tired, then watched the evening swallow every last desire. An old mechanic down the road looked into my eyes. He said the strongest engines never fear the hardest rise. Those simple words stayed louder than the storm above, teaching me that peace can grow where nothing else is loved. I stopped wrestling every passing wave. Some battles only silence saves. The deepest strength no one can see was quietly rebuilding me. Life hit me hard, I answered with silence, trading anger for quiet defiance. Every scar became another page, turning pain into wisdom with age. I no longer beg the world to understand. I simply learned to firmly stand. The loudest victory I've ever known was becoming whole alone. The highway carried me through fields of fading gold, where where abandoned barns still guarded stories never told. I stopped beside a station, nearly lost in time. Its cracked old radio played a forgotten rhyme. An elderly man tuned his weathered steel guitar. His melodies traveled farther than the brightest star. He never spoke about the battles he had won. His music said enough beneath the setting sun. That evening taught me silence isn't giving in. It's trusting quiet strength beneath your skin. The miles ahead no longer felt like something to escape. They slowly carved redemption into every shade. Now when the rain beats softly on my roof at night, I pour another coffee and turn down the light. The ghosts still visit, but they never stay for long. They've learned this house belongs to stronger songs. Forgiveness came without a grand parade, just gentle peace where bitterness once stayed. The heart remembers every painful mile, yet somehow still discovers how to smile. I lost enough to know what truly lasts. A steady soul no longer chained to the past. Life hit me hard, I answered with silence, finding calm instead of violence. Every lonely road became my guide. Every fallen tear restored my pride. The wind still calls my name through empty skies, but fear no longer lives behind my eyes. The blues became the place where I belong, quietly becoming strong. The last guitar note drifts across the empty highway. Its echo slowly disappears into the night. Silence answers everything.
Lonely world, it's a breeze beneath dim amber lights. A weathered guitar answers with a slow, soulful cry. I woke where broken dreams are gathered in the dust, with empty pockets, tired hands, and fading trust. The world kept turning like it never knew my name, while I kept feeding dying embers into flame. The mirror offered nothing but a worn-out face, a man still searching for a little saving grace. I walked the streets before the city learned to rise, finding quiet truth beneath forgotten skies. A church bell echoed through the early morning air, reminding me that hope survives almost anywhere. That lonely dawn became the first page of my climb, though I could never see it at the time. The ground beneath became my teacher then, showing how to rise again. The deepest valleys hide the view that mountains never knew. 'cause the bottom taught me so. I found a little music room behind an Asian store. Its walls had heard 1,000 broken hearts before. An old man tuned a dusty 6-string made of scars and played as if he'd borrowed melodies from stars. He never asked about the failures I had known. He simply said a seed grows strongest all alone. So every evening I returned to learn one more song, until my weakest days no longer felt so long. The sorrow didn't vanish like the morning mist. It slowly changed into a quiet kind of gift. I learned that strength is gentle more than it is loud, and peace stands tallest without drawing a crowd. Now I don't curse the nights that nearly broke my soul. Without their weight I'd never have become this whole. The people who walked out left open space to heal, and silence taught me what was truly real. Love may leave, but purpose finds a way, like sunrise chasing darkness into day. Every scar now carries something bright, a small reflection of surviving every fight. The road still stretches farther than I know, but now I walk with hope instead of sorrow. The bottom was the rope that lifted me up. When life was bitter, grace became my cup. Every lonely mile refined my heart, turning brokenness into a brand new start. The wind still sings through every tree, a softer song of who I've come to be. I found redemption where I fell below. Sometimes the way up starts down low. The final guitar note floats into the quiet dawn. The organ softly fades behind the echo. Silence becomes the sweetest victory. Rose piano whispers through the empty room. A lone guitar answers like an old friend returning home. There was a season every sunrise felt the same, a quiet morning carrying another shade of pain. I wore my silence like a weather-beaten coat, keeping every broken memory inside my throat. The coffee cooled while I stared through the glass, watching strangers chase a future running fast. I wondered if my story had already reached its end, or if the wind still had another road to send. Then an old street musician caught my restless eyes, playing hopeful melodies beneath forgotten skies. He smiled without pretending life was always kind, and left one simple truth still echoing in my mind. Healing never came in sudden light. It arrived one peaceful night. One small step became the key that slowly rescued me. I learned to song. The tears became the rivers I could cross, teaching me there's purpose inside loss. The night still whisper names I used to know, but they no longer stop my soul from growing. Every scar reminds me where I've been, not where my life must end. I started walking every evening after work was through, finding little places painted in forgotten blue. A record store still played old vinyl full of soul, where every scratch somehow made the music whole. An elderly woman danced without a trace of fear, as if she'd made a peace with every passing year. She laughed and said, don't measure joy by what you keep. The strongest hearts are those that learn to lose and sleep. Those words stayed with me longer than she ever knew, growing like the morning covered fresh with dew. I stopped chasing yesterday through empty streets and welcomed every dawn with steadier heartbeat. The world still turns without explaining why. Some dreams are born while others say goodbye, but every ending left a hidden door leading somewhere I hadn't missed before. The weight I carried slowly lost its name, no longer feeding sorrow or regretful blame. I found redemption in the simplest things: a quiet room, a guitar, a pair of wings. Not wings to leave the earth behind, but wings that lifted only my own mind. I learned to smile after crying so long, because forgiveness made my spirit strong. The darkest road became the brightest sky, with quiet hope forever by my side. The rain still falls, but now I understand. It helps tomorrow bloom across the land. The man I am was shaped by every tear, and now I greet the future without fear. The guitar breathes one last gentle melody. The road slowly disappears into the night. Only peace remains. The lonely guitar hums beneath the glow of an old neon sign. No words, only truth, waiting to be sung. Came back wearing yesterday upon your face, holding broken promises wrapped in borrowed grace. The same old eyes that once had looked beyond my pain now searched for one more chance to start again. The room was still, the coffee slowly lost its steam, like all the fragile pieces of a faded dream. You spoke of lonely nights and roads that led nowhere, but I had already learned how silence lurks without revenge to claim. Time had already cooled the ashes of that flame. The man you left had disappeared somewhere behind. The one before you now had finally found his mind. Some doors don't close with slamming sound. They fade away without a single pound. The deepest dancers need no voice. Peace itself became my choice. My silence is worth more than 1,000 apologies. You carry scars instead of empty memories. I don't need revenge to make me whole. I've already rescued my own soul. The loudest truth is sometimes never said. It quietly lives inside your head. I walked away with nothing left to prove, and finally learned to move. That night I drove beyond the edge of city lights, where open fields embrace the lonely night. A small roadside diner glowed against the rain. This jukebox softly eased another stranger's pain. An old waitress smiled and filled my cup once more. She'd watched 1,000 broken hearts walk through that door. She said the ones who heal don't always speak aloud. They carry humble strength instead of noisy crowds. I thanked her with a nod and paid my little bill. The road ahead looked dark yet strangely still. For once I wasn't running from what used to be. The silence had become the best of me. Forgiveness isn't calling someone back again. It's laying down the weight of needless pain. I buried all the words I could have thrown, because some victories are best unknown. The blues kept playing like an honest friend, reminding me that healing has no end. Every lonely mile restored my broken trust, turning shattered dreams to quiet dust. The rain kept falling, washing all regrets away, leaving room for brighter days. My silence is worth more than 1,000 apologies. It's stronger than forgotten memories. The heart that once was begging to be heard now speaks without a single word. Every scar became a steady light, guiding me beyond the darkest night. I found redemption where no voices roam, and silence finally felt like home. The last guitar note lingers beneath the falling rain. The echo slowly fades into the empty night. Nothing else needs to be said.
Lonely
where amplifier hums beneath fading neon lights. One worn guitar begins another untold confession. He spent his youth chasing echoes through crowded rooms, believing cheers could make forgotten spirits bloom. Every handshake felt like proof that he belonged. Every compliment became another borrowed song. But when the lights grew dim and every face was gone, he heard the silence singing louder than the dawn. The mirror showed a man exhausted by disguise, searching for approval in unfamiliar eyes. He packed a suitcase full of dreams that never stayed, and left behind the stage where empty heroes played. The highway stretched beneath a sky of quiet gray, inviting him to lose the man he was yesterday. The wind became the only voice he knew, speaking truth's applause could never do. Every lonely mile erased his doubt, teaching what life was all about. The man who learned to live without applause finally discovered his truest cause. He stopped performing for the world to see, and found the man he longed to be. No crowded room could give what peace supplied. No louder cheer could heal the heart inside. He traded glory for a quieter flame, and never looked the same. He found a weather tavern on a county road one night, where old musicians played beneath a single light. Nobody asked what victories he left behind. They only cared if every note was real and kind. He borrowed one old guitar scarred by passing years. Its strings replied with melodies instead of tears. For every chord he played, another burden fell, as if the blues already knew his story well. The bartender just nodded with a knowing smile, as if he'd watched 1,000 souls heal mile by mile. That lonely room became more honest than success, because no one there was trying to impress. He learned that peace arrives without a sound, when chasing less and standing on solid ground. The strongest hope grows far from noisy streets, where only rain and quiet patience meet. Love had left, but bitterness stayed behind, unable to outrun a settled mind. The scars remain like rings inside a tree, proof of storms survived with dignity. He raised his glass not to the life he'd lost, but to the wisdom earned at such a cost. The man who learned to live without applause no longer searched for strangers' loud applause. His worth was never measured by acclaim, but by surviving every flame. The longest road became his closest friend. Its quiet lessons had no final end. He found redemption where the silence grew, and every sunrise felt completely new. The world kept talking,
he kept singing low, because the strongest hearts no longer need the show. One last guitar note hangs beneath the midnight sky. Its echo fades beyond the empty highway. Silence gives the final applause. A chair scrapes across the wooden floor. A lone guitar breaks the silence before the singer does. Life never warned me before, closing every door. It simply kept on asking what my courage was for. I buried expectations underneath old boots of dust, watching promises collapse like iron left to rust. Friends disappeared when fortune lost my name, leaving only empty echoes where laughter came. I shouted at the sky until my voice grew tired, then watched the evening swallow every last desire. And no mechanic down the road looked into my eyes. He said the strongest engines never fear the hardest rise. Those simple words stayed louder than the storm above, teaching me that peace can grow when nothing else is loved. I stopped wrestling every passing wave. Some battles only silence saves. The deepest strength no one can see was quietly rebuilding me. Life hit me hard, I answered with silence, trading anger for quiet defiance. Every scar became another page, turning pain into wisdom with age. I no longer beg the world to understand, I simply learned to firmly stand. The loudest victory I've ever known was becoming whole alone. The highway carried me through fields of fading gold, where abandoned barns still guarded stories never told. I stopped beside a station, nearly lost in time. Its cracked old radio played a forgotten rhyme. An elderly man tuned his weathered steel guitar. His melodies traveled farther than the brightest star. never spoke about the battles he had won. His music setting up beneath the setting sun. That evening taught me silence isn't giving in. It's trusting quiet strength beneath your skin. The miles ahead no longer felt like something to escape. They slowly carved redemption into every shape. Now when the rain beats softly on my roof at night, I pour another coffee and turn down the light. The ghosts still visit, but they never stay for long. They've learned this house belongs to stronger songs. Forgiveness came without a grand parade, just gentle peace where bitterness won't stay. The heart remembers every painful mile, yet somehow still discovers how to smile. I lost enough to know what truly lasts, a steady soul no longer chained to the past. Life hit me hard, I answered with silence, finding calm instead of violence. Every lonely road became my guide, every falling tear restored my pride. The wind still calls my name through empty skies, but fear no longer lives behind my eyes. The blues became the place where I belong, quietly becoming strong. The last guitar note drifts across the empty highway. Its echo slowly disappears into the night. Silence answers everything.
A lonely world, it's a breeze beneath dim amber lights. A weathered guitar answers with a slow, soulful cry. Woke where broken dreams had gathered in the dust, with empty pockets, tired hands, and fading trust. The world kept turning like it never knew my name, while I kept feeding dying embers into flame. The mirror offered nothing but a worn-out face, a man still searching for a little saving grace. I walked the streets before the city learned to rise, finding quiet truth beneath forgotten skies. A church bell echoed through the early morning air, reminding me that hope survives almost anywhere. That lonely dawn became the first page of my climb, though I could never see it at the time. The ground beneath became my teacher then, showing how to rise again. The deepest valleys hide the view that mountains never knew. The bottom was the road that lifted me up. It filled my empty soul instead of my cup. Every wound became a stepping stone, leading me where I'd never gone. The tears I feared became the rain that washed away my fear and pain. I blessed the nights that made me grow, because the bottom taught me so. 1,000 broken hearts before. And old man tuned a dusty six-string made of scars and played as if he'd borrowed melodies from stars. He never asked about the failures I had known. He simply said a seed grows strongest all alone. So every evening I returned to learn one more song, until my weakest days no longer felt so long. The sorrow didn't vanish like the morning mist. It slowly changed into a quiet kind of gift. I learned that strength is gentle more than it is loud, and peace stands tallest without drawing a crowd. Now I don't curse the nights that nearly broke my soul. Without their weight I never have become this whole. The people who walked out left open space to heal, and silence taught me what was truly real. Love may leave, but purpose finds a way. Like sunrise chasing darkness into day. Every scar now carries something bright, a small reflection of surviving every fight. The road still stretches farther than I know, but now I walk with hope instead of sorrow. The bottom was the road that lifted me up. When life was bitter, grace became my cup. Every lonely mile refined my heart, turning brokenness into a brand new start. The wind still sings through every tree, a softer song of who I've come to be. I found redemption where I fell below. Sometimes the way up starts down low. The final guitar note floats into the quiet dawn. The organ softly fades behind the echo. Silence becomes the sweetest victory. Road's piano whispers through the empty room. A lone guitar answers like an old friend returning home. There was a season every sunrise felt the same, a quiet morning carrying another shade of pain. I wore my silence like a weather-beaten coat, keeping every broken memory inside my throat. The coffee cooled while I stared through the glass, watching strangers chase a future running fast. I wondered if my story had already reached its end, or if the wind still had another road to send. Then an old street musician caught my restless eyes, playing hopeful melodies beneath forgotten skies. He smiled without pretending life was always kind, and left one simple truth still echoing in my mind. Healing never came in sudden light. It arrived one peaceful night. One small step became the key that slowly rescued me. I learned to smile after crying so long, turning every heartbreak into song. The tears became the rivers I could cross, teaching me there's purpose inside loss. The nights still whisper names I used to know, but they no longer stop my soul from growing. Every scar reminds me not where my life must end. I started walking every evening after work was through, finding little places painted in forgotten blue. A record store still played old vinyl full of soul, where every scratch somehow made the music whole. An elderly woman danced without a trace of fear, as if she'd made a peace with every passing year. She laughed and said, don't measure joy by what you keep. The strongest hearts are those that learn to lose and sleep. Those words stayed with me longer than she ever knew. Growing like the morning, covered fresh with dew. I stopped chasing yesterday through empty streets, and welcomed every dawn with steadier heartbeat. The world still turns without explaining why. Some dreams are born while others say goodbye, but every ending left a hidden door, leading somewhere I had missed before. The weight I carried slowly lost its name, no longer feeding sorrow or regretful blame. I found redemption in the simplest things: a quiet room, a guitar, a pair of wings. Not wings to leave the earth behind, but wings that lifted only my own mind. I learned to smile after crying so long, because forgiveness made my spirit strong. The darkest road became the brightest guide, with quiet hope forever by my side. The rain still falls, but now I understand. It helps tomorrow bloom across the land. The man I am was shaped by every tear, and now I greet the future without fear. The guitar breathes one last gentle melody. The road slowly disappears into the night. Only peace remains. The lonely guitar hums beneath the glow of an old neon sign. No words, only truth, waiting to be sung. Came back wearing yesterday upon your face, holding broken promises wrapped in borrowed grace. The same old eyes that once had looked beyond my pain now search for one more chance to start again. The room was still, the coffee slowly lost its steam, like all the fragile pieces of a faded dream. You spoke of lonely nights and roads that led nowhere, but I had already learned how silence learns to care. I listened without
for you now had finally found his mind. Some doors don't close with slamming sound. They fade away without a single pound. The deepest answers need no voice. Peace itself became my choice. My silence is worth more than 1,000 apologies. It carries scars instead of empty memories. I don't need revenge to make me whole. I've already rescued my own soul. The loudest truth is sometimes never said. It quietly lives inside your head. I walked away with nothing left to prove, and finally learned to move. That night I drove beyond the edge of city lights, where open fields embrace the lonely night. A small roadside diner glowed against the rain. His jukebox softly eased another stranger's pain. An old waitress smiled and filled my cup once more. She'd watched 1,000 broken hearts walk through that door. She said the ones who heal don't always speak aloud. They carry humble strength instead of noisy crowds. I thanked her with a nod and paid my little bill. The road ahead looked dark, yet strangely still. For once I wasn't running from what used to be. The silence had become the best of me. Forgiveness isn't calling someone back again. It's laying down the weight of needless pain. I buried all the words I could have thrown, because some victories are best unknown. The blues kept playing like an honest friend, reminding me that healing has no end. Every lonely mile restored my broken trust, turning shattered dreams to quiet dust. The rain kept falling, washing old regrets away, leaving room for brighter days. My silence is worth more than 1,000 apologies. It's stronger than forgotten memories. The heart that once was begging to be heard now speaks without a single word. Every scar became a steady light, guiding me beyond the darkest night. I found redemption where no voices roam, and silence finally felt like home. The last guitar note lingers beneath the falling rain. The echo slowly fades into the empty night. Nothing else needs to be said.